And what I'm really looking to get out of it is to have an identity shift from kind of that nice guy, kind of joking vibe to like a powerful person.
We're here in the student area of Sofia. Let's see how it goes.
You're not quite sure who this English boy is.
Like some girls will say thank you, some girls will say huh, depending how polite they're trying to be.
Alright, yeah,
She's hot.
Yeah, you can interrupt me.
I need to get the Bulgarian keyboard.
But if you do that 3 times a day, that's 6 times 1,800 girls a year.
Maybe we could connect. I don't want to keep you. I feel like you have to go.
I don't want.
Okay, no problem.
Sometimes it's just good to sit in the pressure more.
I had so much trouble just doing crypto all day, technical stuff with guys, and then going to like talking about dumb shit with girls, like joking around.
I want to hear you comment about her.
I'm an HR.
Oh fuck.
Why?
I never trust HR people.
In today's episode, we follow Lachlan from Canada and Dylan, who's living in Zurich, and we're going deeper into certain conversation habits and mistakes and stuff that the guys are obviously doing wrong. I mean, keep in mind, this is just day 2 of this whole workshop. And I'm sure there's something in my feedback that you're about to see that you can implement in your own style, in your own approaches. That being said, quick announcement, there is still available spots for my Europe coaching tour. So I'm gonna give a speech in 5 different cities in Europe very soon in May. You can find all the details below, and it's completely free. I want you to show up, I want you to listen, I want you to meet other wingmen that you can go out with, I want you to make friends and get inspired, and I'm gonna do all that for free. So join one of the events, reserve one of the limited spots right now by clicking below. And with that being said, please enjoy episode 3.
If she says, I want to be an actress. Nice guy would say, that's amazing, acting is so cool. Wow, yeah, I'm sure you're gonna be a great actress. The other guy would say, what are you currently doing to become an actress? And then you say, I auditioned last month. And you're like, you had 1 audition? You think you're gonna be an actress? He's gonna be shit. Exposed. You know?
If you're in that conversation, the woman's not living up to your standards, like at what level can you just like sort of frown on that and be like...
Yeah, there's like, you build pressure. You don't want to be an asshole, right? Because the goal is not to expose her. That was a joke. The goal is to connect. So, do I care if she becomes an actress or not? No, I'm not her manager. I just want to maybe be around her if I'm attracted to her. I mean, it depends what my standards are. But really then, pressure, and then release, right? Yeah. So you have to then make it fun again. And maybe you then find out, oh, why not more? And she's like, I don't know, it was like super hard time for me. You know, I was very not confident. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. You know, first of all, we need to sort the confidence. I'm sure you're gonna then go on more auditions and you can do it. Or a little bit of encouragement first. So now I showed, hey, don't lie to me, but hey, we're buddies, you know. So pressure release leads to connection. You don't want to leave the interaction with a bad taste. It should always be like, you'll figure it out, it's fine. Yeah. Pressure release.
Hey, excuse me. Sorry, I just wanted to say you have a really nice look.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's a nice jacket and it's all very good put together. Yeah, anyways, hope you have a good day. I feel like yesterday I got the nerves out, and then today I've just been trying to prolong the conversations, and it's been well received so far.
Sweet, yeah, big change already. Huh?
Yeah.
I noticed now you came a little bit too close. You took a step back, right?
I took a step back too there.
So be aware of your body. Also be aware you're a tall guy, you're a big guy.
Yeah.
Like that affects smaller girls more than taller girls and so on.
Hi, excuse me. Sorry, I just wanted to stop you. I thought you looked lovely today.
Sorry?
I thought you looked lovely. You look very beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. What's your name?
Christina.
Histina. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
I'm Dylan.
Dylan.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
Originally?
Yes.
Canada.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But I live in Switzerland. I'm visiting a friend here. I'm planning to relocate to Sofia to
nice.
sort of see what the vibe is here.
I hope you like it.
Do you like it here?
Whoa, Dylan. I must have missed that in the episode. I was just watching it back now. He's using his hands a lot. All right, here live from the editing studio. Don't use your hands that much. It's definitely showing how you're releasing pressure and you're not quite comfortable in that situation. All right, back to it.
No, the stress is so odd, but my bus is coming.
Oh, your bus is coming. Okay, fair enough. Have a good one. Yeah, you too.
Sucks that it just abruptly ended so much.
Yeah. And but she was trying to get out of it. I think she was like, her bus was there, but she was also trying to.
Okay.
Know that you feeling it, huh? I'm just too weird with this, huh?
Yeah, we all have this same 24 hours, you know, like when a girl is like busy, she has the same 24 hours than us, she just has better offers, like, that's it. Like, it's not like she's running out of time, she just, and we would do the same, you know, like if we would be invited to 8 parties on Saturday, we would not go to the 4th best one, just because we want to be nice, like we would think, okay, this dude is at that thing and this da-da-da, okay, let's choose that one. Like we're obviously going to be strategic about it. But usually we're not invited to 8 parties every Saturday. It's hard to imagine how that reality is. Manifestation, what I mean I'm pretty high on like vision, planning. I would say I'm a visionary in that sense. Like if this wouldn't, the whiteboard is gone. This whiteboard, which is here usually, but we moved it away. It's usually full of like plans. And if you open my notebook, it's full of plans. Like the other day, for example, I was just sitting having a coffee and I literally thought, okay, the next year, 2024, 52 weeks, how am I gonna spend those 52 weeks? So I write down 4 weeks tilted trips, 6 weeks or 8 weeks monk mode, 6 weeks club 52 trips, which will be like 3 or 4 guys, 6 girls, do cool content in like cool locations. 8 weeks tilted house Bali setup, where I want to live with girls and guys and work and do some stuff on the weekend. 7 weeks coaching, 2 weeks family Christmas, da-da-da. So like I plan out the whole year. Yeah. And then I can go more into detail. Okay, the 6 weeks trips, which countries? In those countries, which cities? Okay, what Airbnb? What kind of girl would look good in the content? Like I'm thinking with that stuff like 9 months ahead. And then I'm thinking also, okay, Alex Leon, the coaching company, how will it look in 3 years? What client do I want? How much money does he make? What is his dating problem? How will I solve it? How does he find me? Me at 36, what kind of woman do I want to date? What is her education? What is her values? Where is she from? How is her family? Like, what is her culture? I'm thinking about all that stuff, pretty much all the time. And if I wouldn't, I'm just like, yeah, I'm just like a dick in space, like Lucy Case. So that's, and then I always see it, it works. Like it comes to life. Like if you plan it and you go for it a bit, it actually happens. Like it's pretty consistent. And I do it with the woman I want in my life, I do it with the man I want in my life, all the time. Like, you know, my friends that I have, like Jay, Adam, Iman, Chris, like big YouTube channel on crypto, all the big dudes, James, I see them on YouTube, I decide I want to meet them, I figure out how I can meet them, I have a plan and I execute and it's happening. Like it's very consistent. So when I say manifesting, I just basically mean making a plan, having a vision and executing on it.
In terms of identity, like this is a big week, there's a lot of stuff packed into it. And what I'm really looking to get out of it is to have an identity shift from kind of that nice guy, kind of joking vibe to like a powerful person. And I'm just wondering about like after these 5 days are done, how do we make sure that we don't have regression in the identity?
Yeah, that's good. So for you specifically, it's about nice guy behavior, being too cute, too comforting, or?
I guess like I'm in this environment now with people that are growing together and have kind of a higher level mindset. And then I'm going to go back to my old friends, my old job, my old habits, my old environment. And I don't want to regress back into the old patterns that I had of like, in 3 months, if I see a beautiful girl walking down the street and be like, oh, she's probably busy. Yeah. Or like not setting a proper frame with a girl right off the bat, sorry. And like how do I make these gains and keep them?
Yeah, really, I mean, the first answer is like, like the start of the why and your principles and remembering why you're doing it and who you are, who you want to be. Okay, but that in like power, in actually effect in the real world, I think has no chance against your actual environment. So like, if you're now with us in this place, in this environment, everything becomes easier, right? Like it's, and then if you go back to old friends, I think willpower has no chance against your environment. Like you, except you have extremely high willpower. But willpower also eventually just nudges versus your environment. Like you will break. So what I'm saying is, don't go back to your old friends.
Like even if they're good relationships and they're still...
Yeah. Like, of course, don't go home and say, bye guys, I've been to this Sofia thing, you guys suck, fuck you. No, but like get new friends next to your old friends that are like that. Because at the end of the day, you know, if I wouldn't have lived with James, if I wouldn't have lived with Liam, if I wouldn't be around those people all the time, I would also just be lazy and be not having the life I have, basically.
And I guess a third question running off of this conversation, in terms of manifesting or attracting those higher level people into your life, I guess the easy answer is to provide value to them and sort of not be like that guy that sent you the message or whatever the other day. Yeah, don't do that. But like, is there any practical tips that you can see for like growing your network from like a social side, like not even girls, but just like interesting people that are doing things, that sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, the usual pyramid is, again, a mix of cold approach. Like if you see a cool guy, approach him, right? Like I've approached guys with sick cars, because I mean, if you have a $300,000 car, you must be doing something right. So I just say, hey, sick car, what do you do for a living? I did that before the TikTok.
What do you mean? What are you doing on my property? Get the f off the property, bro.
Holy shit, Rex, is serious.
Yeah, I did that like 4 years ago. So that, and then also going to, you know, climbing, gym, connecting with dudes, and then figuring out what they need, creating an offer, inviting them. Like the last thing, or one of the things I said yes to was, I was in Barcelona and dude texts me, like I coached him before, but he was just a student, you know, like, and he was like, hey, we're going skydiving tomorrow. You want to come? Yeah. It's all organized. So all I had to say is yes. That was very easy. I didn't have to find the spot, figure out where the train is, the schedule, the safety, whatever. It was all like, I just sit there and everything was taken care of. That was a great offer, right? Because I always wanted to go skydiving and he made it happen. Yeah. And so that kind of stuff.
Pretty good. I feel like I dress a lot better, kind of notice some things I do like that could be improved in my conversations.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like women perceive you differently with different dressing, or anything that you observed today that it's different from yesterday?
I noticed, so from my conversations earlier today, I'm slowing down in when I talk, which has helped. In terms of how women perceive me, I mean, I've noticed a few more eyes just of how I dress, but it's only been like a few hours out. But yeah, I think just also like look cool.
Yeah, your energy, you're presenting yourself more. Maybe you look at people prouder.
Yeah, and I was in one street in this outfit, and a few group models followed me or liked my pics. So.
That's good.
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess if hot girls think I'm dressed well, I mean,
that's the best.
Hello, I was going to meet my friends. Yeah. You looked very nice. I love your hair. I wanted to say hi. Hi. What's your name? Svoboda. Sva. Bo. Da. Svoboda. Yeah. Okay.
The meaning is freedom.
Freedom in Bulgarian.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
But there I'm the administrative type of person. I'm an HR.
Oh fuck.
Why?
I never trust HR people. Have you seen like the meme of that lady like when HR is about to fire you, and it's like her smiling?
Yeah, most of the times I'm terminating people.
HR people, like, yeah, they're always like smiling, like, tell me how work's been so far. Like, how do you like the company? We care about you.
Yeah, this is the exit interviews, and we ask the people,
Yeah.
for example, why they're leaving, or we tell him why we terminate him.
Yeah.
I said you have 4 minutes.
Is this your bus? Okay.
Yeah,
You have Instagram or something?
Yeah.
You go for coffee or something?
You can write my name here.
Whatever.
What was the last thing I said before you walked up to her?
I didn't hear.
I said you have 4 minutes.
So I should have just got it. Fuck, yeah. Whatever. I honestly wasn't that into her. She's kind of cool, but like,
Yeah,
looks
but
like,
it's like-
but still.
It said on the thing 5 minutes, and then
On what thing?
on the table, like on the
Oh,
bus thing.
it said that.
She's waiting for the bus, obviously. So
Yeah.
like, the principle here, the main one is like
Yeah.
logistics. She's obviously waiting for the bus. If you're vibing with her, it will happen. Like she will probably not miss her bus.
Yeah.
So you have to be like, hey, waiting for the bus. Ah, cool. We got 4 minutes, and then have in your head, okay, let's close now. Maybe it's not. It's exciting a little bit. It's mainly. It's almost a filter. Like it tells her what kind of guy you are. And she can pretty much put guys in two categories on that way, of like the guys who can do it and the guys who cannot. And the guys who can do it also usually out of her experience are, better in bed, have a cooler life, have more women around them, are more comfortable around women, have more self-respect, are stronger, more stable, because they allow themselves to put pressure on women. So you being put in a different category of men automatically, because it is true. Like if you actually are a high value man on every level, you will do it naturally. Because now you have to, because now you also have to filter out girls, right? Like the reason a cool guy, like some archetype like James Bond, puts like he's like smooth and can challenge a girl or like tease her, it's not because he's faking it, it's because like he is that person. So when we do it, we're faking it a little bit because we're just not yet that person. Like we're not a high value man on every level yet. Fine, we're working on it, right? So it's a little bit of a show, but we're imitating a guy who has true abundance. And if a guy has true abundance, well, of course he needs to put pressure, because how else would he know if she's also a high value woman? If she's full of shit when she says, I work hard and I'm this and that. You have to dig deeper, because she's doing the same thing with a guy, just in a different way. She's more intuitive about it. So if you challenge her, it shows you are high value, and then that's obviously good.
Is it just, it feels like it's all comfort building? Like, should I be teasing more, or worry about that later? Like,
you can if it's natural. Like, I'm just not a fan of anything of like teasing for the purpose of teasing, or push-pull for the purpose of push-pull, or touching because I heard we need to do kino, or any connecting like that. It's just like it needs to come naturally. Otherwise, I always assume that women have a really strong intuition, which is true.
yeah.
And they sense that something is off if you force something. So I don't force anything, or I try to, because it's gonna throw them off.
Cool.
So yeah, if you think the conversation right off, it's not true. It's just you not actually in the I want to get to know you intention enough, right? You're not really like, okay, what's going on here? Who is this person? Or even like, why are you dressed up like that? Like, that's interesting. Like,
Yeah, I feel like it's like a safety thing. Like the convo went well until there. She's down for the date, so I can end it here and take that as a win. Or maybe it drags on and gets slightly awkward or something like that, and then it's a no.
double it and give it to the next person. Yes. So staying longer, like this could have been a nice connection right there. Could be an instant date even. Like there was more potential in this. Because now the problem is it went well, but there wasn't the real connection, and now you're texting her, and now she's like, who is this guy again? How did he make me feel? It was, there could have been more.
So going deeper, like really gets that connection, so they remember me better, because then there's emotion.
Sure, yeah. The higher emotional impact you can create, the higher the chance kind of that she wants to see you again. And there's always outside circumstances, but that helps.
Yeah, I think for me, one is just emphasis on it's not what you say, but how you say it. For example, earlier when I said last night that we can just be friends, and you pointed out it's probably the way I said it. I think that makes total sense. And that in the exercises also just emphasis on that when I'm commenting. It's just not necessarily what I say, but yeah, how I say it. As well, during the initial exercises, the importance of pressure, that women like pressure, and guys are always de-escalating pressure. I never thought about that, but it's interesting. Yeah. And getting just more comfortable with that pressure of awkward situations. I've done that in other areas of my life. Like I got pretty into ice baths, even though I hate cold water, and skydiving, cold emailing tons of people, showing up at a conference, talking to 200 people. Yeah. But with women, I don't like that pressure, and I've never fully just embraced it and accepted it and gone into it. Yeah. So that as well. The third is my mannerisms, that I speak too quickly. And that's just because, I don't know, the way I am, ADHD, which probably everyone has. Yeah. But yeah, just something I do in general.
Good, yeah. Why do you think girls like pressure?
I think I asked Liam and them that. Because when they have so much more reference experience than men, starting early, having guys always talk to them, want something from them, even if it's unintentional. Yeah. And that they can feel different types of pressure if a guy's just boring, same old conversation, or if a guy can build up that tension and pressure between the two. And I don't know, it's exciting or something.
You look very nice today. Has it been a hard day? Yeah. Yeah? Why so? Work? What do you do?
Call center.
Call center, okay. So are you a scammer? No. No. You're what, telemarketing?
Yes.
Yeah, fair enough, cool. So, fair enough. I'm Dylan, by the way. Nice to meet you.
I have a boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
And bye.
All right, have a good one.
You obviously have the habit of, as soon as you get a bit of a good vibe, you're laughing very hard.
Okay.
Which is kind of good. I like it. I mean, it's infectious.
I have a very infectious laugh.
Yeah, it's very fun.
Is it disarming or is it arming?
It is disarming.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if it's sometimes
forced.
Not forced, just like sometimes you should stay serious and calm and.
Yeah, because my anxiety pops up, and then I try to like self-soothe that with.
Exactly.
humor.
Like it is a form of releasing pressure, not a bad way, but it's still. Sometimes it's just good to sit in the pressure more.
Hey. Sorry, excuse me. I just thought you had a really nice look. I wanted to come and say hi. You're not quite sure who this English boy is? No? Okay. All right, well, anyways, I hope you have a great day. Anything there? She was just...
First one was super friendly.
Yeah, second one was not.
And second one was not. So, cool, let's assume that it was nice, but then the bus comes. The lesson we could take from there is, in an area like that where people are heading home, maybe establish logistics early in the conversation. So asking simply like, oh, you're on your way home? Cool, you're gonna take the bus? Obviously it's a new environment for us, so we're just learning. But like, especially when people are close to a bus station or walking down the thing of like, you know, we're way home, how many minutes we have, and then you know, cool.
Let's do this quick, fair enough.
Yeah, cool. Fine. Keep a pause after she finishes talking, because she might say more. Like if you paid attention with me, I just looked at her and nod, and then she kept talking. When I could have easily cut her off quicker. And then often the real thing comes after the first thing. Well, life is hard sometimes. But you're very beautiful, so you will figure it out.
Thank you.
Seconds. Am I? How do you know?
Thank you.
Are you nice too? Keep a pause. Almost count to 1 or 2 after she finished talking, because there might be more, and you are like robbing her from that extra sharing. You want her to share, and you want to encourage her to share. Okay. And interrupting will like stop her share. And then the second thing is you missed a bit. I think she said, like at the beginning you said assistant, helping, some boring stuff. You said, it's like, I would pick up on that, because now there's a conflict or an inner conflict maybe, which is like I have a job but it's boring, and that can be a great, if we want to go that direction, first of all, like deal with it because it's kind of fun, and maybe that's a great place to challenge her. You know, you can say, sounds like you don't like your job. Why do you think it's boring? Okay. And then now you're putting her on the spot, because now she's like having a professional job, but she's not enjoying it. And then what would you say? It's like, sounds like you don't like your job. Why is it boring?
Yeah, I think that I'm for something more important and bigger in this world. I think that I can show like my art or my music, this part of my personality.
Sounds creative. And do you also put in the work to prove to the world that you deserve greater things?
Yeah, but I'm so scared to show it for other people, my art.
So
what I'm painting.
So you think you have potential? Oh, okay, oh, deep. Right, like now, okay, thanks. It's fun. It's good. Obviously, that's great if she's sharing that much. But you get the point, right? Like where there's conflict or like dissonance, we can go in and there's often something there. And again, if you would pause more, you would pick up on that more. It would also give you more time to think. It would give you more time to actually like, what did you just say? Like almost like repeat it in your mind and see to find these things. Obviously, it's more advanced stuff, but then we're getting super deep quickly, you know. And now I could go anywhere from that, like. Why you don't feel enough? Like what happened in your childhood that makes you think you're not good enough? And then give me. Now she's investing, because now it's obviously a danger. Am I now her therapist or still a potential lover? So that's a fine line. You know, I could now go, oh no, baby, you are enough. You're so beautiful. Now I'm a follower simp. No, it's great. I'm sure your art is great, babe. Now you can do it. You should believe in yourself. Now she's like, ugh, like boring guy. You know, I still have to keep challenging her, but in a cool way. It's like, well, or I can say, show me your art. I will tell you my honest opinion. You know, if you want a professional opinion, show me. Yeah, not bad. You have potential. You know, now it's like approval, daddy. So you can go anywhere there, but. You know what I mean? Like this is where we actually go in. Okay.
Life would be simpler just living on a farm in nature with a great wife.
Sure. I just know I first need to live through so much crazy shit that I eventually have the farm and the wife, and I can look at all the crazy party thing and I'll be like, yeah, I know what that is. I don't need that anymore. I've done it all.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't want to get tempted when I'm 47.
Yeah.
Because I see so many old dudes who are like, yeah, talk
She's hot.
Yeah, you can interrupt me.
Hey, sorry. Hi. Hi, I just saw you.
Okay.
I was going to meet my friends.
Okay.
You looked very nice.
Oh, thank you.
What's your name?
Natalie, nice to meet you.
Natalie.
Yes.
Lachlan.
Where are you from?
Canada.
But what are you doing here?
I'm here for work for a month. I have my own business, I travel, and I like your hair. Has it always been short?
Yeah, from long time, like from my school time, maybe 7 or 6 class. Like I really feel into it. Like I'm born with short hair.
You always felt like short hair fitted you better.
Thank you.
That was a question. But yeah, you should comment and then question.
I'm not that good with like the comments.
I know, nobody is. And that's also the fact that she says thank you is a sign that she didn't understand you and it's just being polite, right? So then you can say, okay, I'm obviously not communicating clearly. Why is that? Am I talking too fast, or am I mumbling, or am I using too complicated words? If that happens on a regular basis. Like some girls will say thank you, some girls will say huh, depending how polite they're trying to be.
Why did you first make the decision to cut it short?
This long funny story, but it just was super quickly decision and just go and found first one place for doing that and just cut my hair.
And once you did it, there's no turning back.
Question.
Once again?
Can't you say it as a statement though? Like,
We
and
didn't say it
there's
as a
no turning,
statement.
and once you did it, there was no turning back. I mean, it's kind of like the intonation at the end.
Exactly, that's the big difference, yeah. Tonation plays a role.
So since you were 7 and you cut your hair short, you just kept it short and rocked it.
Rocked it is super slang. He's like, rock, walls, throwing rocks against the head, cut hair with rock.
I think I used a lot of slang in general.
Yeah. I mean, in Colombia, you mostly speak Spanish with girls?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Well, it's called the student city because the universities are here and the dorms are there, so...
Oh, okay, fair enough. Are you guys studying here?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough, cool. And is it a nice area in general? Like, you like living in this area?
Not really.
You're like, get ready for a fight because there's gonna be...
No, if you want to go party, it's a fun place.
It's the area for party,
but there's not really much to see around here.
Fair enough.
Because it's generally just universities and
Yeah.
students that want to party, so...
Okay. Where are you guys going on a Saturday night?
we go to the Bulgarian
The library.
Actually, I need to go to bed now.
Fair, I won't keep you.
And in terms of, like, yesterday we were doing a bunch of exercises, like, just to break the ice and get into it. And I know we'll go over it today, but like, to stay in interactions longer, like, I had a couple of interactions on the way to the gym where it was just like, oh, hi, I think you look really pretty. And then the blank space in my head came up, and then I didn't have anything else to say, and I just sort of let them go. What would you kind of recommend? Is it situational? Is it like, yeah, like, what's the next steps after? Like, I feel comfortable going up to a woman now and being like, hey, how's it going? I think you look cute, like, being direct. But like, is it better to come in more indirect and sort of elongate it, prolong it?
Nah, direct is good. Basically, I know what you mean. So basically, you're good at opening direct now, but then you don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, I mean, I'm gonna talk about a framework later. It's like CCC, compliment, comfort, connection. So compliment is the opener. You say hi, and usually we give a compliment because we want to be direct. Because, you know, to remind ourselves, being direct is great for many reasons. It's efficient because she knows what's happening and you know what's happening, and you're kind of starting out on the same level, right? Because indirect kind of sucks, not always, but most of the time, because really you want to fuck her, but you're acting like you're a friend, and she kind of knows, but now she needs to act like that you just want to be a friend, but she kind of knows you want to fuck her, and now it's this confusion.
Yeah, that's what I felt today.
And eventually you need to shift to, hey, actually I want to fuck you, I don't care where the post office is. And she's like, I knew, but you know, and then there's this disconnect. So just saying like, hey, I want to fuck you in a friendly way. Yeah. And then she's like, maybe, or no thanks. It's way more efficient. Also, that's just one reason why it's good. Secondly, it's brave, it's powerful, it shows your intention, it shows you're not wasting time, it shows you're a baller, you know, you have big balls basically. Like, being able to do that takes balls, you know. That's why it's a bit harder than just asking for the time or...
Yeah, because I went up and I asked her for the, like, if the gym was good. And then we started talking about the gym.
And then she knows you want to fuck her.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and then it's like the guy who's just skipping all of that is like, oh, finally. Like, for her, it's actually refreshing, the direct thing. Because it gives now her the opportunity to answer clearly to your clear request, which is, do you want to communicate with me and potentially, you know, meet again? Like, she gets all of that. Like, she's a woman. Yeah. If she's hot, she's been approached before, right? So then she can instantly say yes, no, maybe. And then that's great because we both save time, and we just, again, the mission is not to talk to the mission is not to go on a date with every girl, because it's not going to happen. The mission is talk to so many girls until we find the one that wants to go on a date with us, basically. Like, it's a numbers game. And of course we can change the numbers from like 1 out of 100 to maybe 10 out of 100, somewhere in that range, but it will never be 50 out of 100. It just doesn't work like that. So what was your question? How to then continue the conversation? So yeah, that's the compliment part. then comfort. Because if you go straight into like super deep questions, it's also weird. Because, I mean, it's the morning, she didn't expect you. So like super simple questions, just like, hey, what's the plan today? Or, are you heading to the gym? Cool, you've been working out a lot. Oh, you live in that area? Oh, you from here? Like super basic stuff, you know, that girls know these questions and they almost know how to answer. It's almost like, what's your name? Maybe, you know, or like, are you from Sofia? It's like, yes, no, like, they're like, I know the answer to that. That's easy, you know. The problem is then guys stay in that zone forever. Like they go then from, you from here? Ah, cool, what's your job? Ah, nice, and you have a sister? Ah, okay, and then, oh, so you like that gym? Okay, how many times you go? And then it gets boring. Yeah. Like small talk is not bad, it's just if it stays small talk, it's the problem. Because eventually you want to go into the connection phase, which is getting personal, like talking about stuff that are emotional triggers to her, that connect with her fears and mission and purpose and what she loves to do, what she's passionate about, what she's intending to do, her plans, her visions, all that stuff. Like if you can shift the conversation into that later within 3 or 4 questions, then it automatically expands, because now she gets to talk about something that she actually is passionate about. And then that's easy for her, right? Yeah. Like that's fun.
I kind of asked that, like at one point I was like, is it nice to live in Sofia? And she's like, it depends on what you're chasing. And I asked her what she was chasing. And then she said she's trying to work from home. And we didn't really get into it. Like we didn't get into the like uniqueness of her necessarily. And I didn't feel that I got to express my own personality really that much. But yeah, overall it was just friendly and kind of surface level, and I guess I'm trying to figure out how to get deeper.
Yeah, me too. I'm meeting a friend, so I should go. But do you guys have Instagram at all? Maybe I could hit you up later to see what the better clubs are. Yeah? Awesome. Sweet. Well, it was really nice to meet you guys. And yeah, I hope you have a good Thursday. Have a good one.
That was super social, you warmed them up really well. Yeah. Like that seems to be quite easy for you.
Yeah. If I get my head straight, like that's what I'm worried about, the regression and stuff, like that if I get in my head, I stay in my head. So with this weekend this week I've gotten really just, how do you say, like outside, external, that's so extrovert side of me, you know what I mean? And I'm worried that I'm gonna go back into that introvert, but
yeah, sometimes you will.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then it's just recognizing that and pushing yourself and doing social freedom drills and saying hi to people and giving out compliments to people or going out with a friend.
Yeah. But in terms of the exercise we did with the intention, was that proper the way that I handled it there, or was it too platonic?
It's platonic. Yeah. Because you didn't give a compliment. It was like, hey, what's up, guys?
So
yeah, it's harder. Like you can tell one like, hey, like either from the beginning of like, wow, you cute, but you're my type, or I'm into you, or whatever, or throughout the conversation of like, wow, you're actually really cute, you're a boyfriend? You know, like you like realize in the moment that she's really cute actually, when you really just wanted to be friendly. But it was an indirect approach. It was like getting info on clubs and fine. I had 2 followers. Like, but if you do that 3 times a day, that's 6 times 1,800 girls a year. Quick mess.
In my interaction today at the gym, I felt like I was just, like it was a good vibe and it was a good conversation or whatever, but it didn't feel man to woman. It felt very like, hey, I'm thinking about like, I'm testing out the area, seeing if I might move here, blah, blah, like what's a good place to go? Like, do you like it here? Like, oh, you know, like Bulgarians, blah, blah. Like it was good conversation, but it was just that, it was just conversation. It wasn't anything like I sort of weaved in that like we're going to the club and the party and all that stuff. So it was sort of like have it in her mind. So like I'll try to text her after, and she's like, oh, text me if you have any questions about the area, blah, blah, blah. But it felt like I was kind of talking to a librarian. and I want it to be more not like forward, but just like man to woman, I guess.
Yeah. So is that a problem you often have?
Yeah.
Okay. So then it can be two things. Either it's a game thing or it's just a situation. Obviously, if you always find yourself in that situation, then your game needs to improve, and we're gonna do that today through the way we have conversations, the way we put pressure on girls. Like there's certain things that just differentiate a friendly conversation from a seductive conversation that you can do and implement, and we're gonna do that, and we're gonna try that out on the street after the roleplay class. Cool. And then often it's just a situation. Like there is not always you cannot just switch it on with every girl. Yeah. Sometimes she's just that kind of girl, or she just doesn't feel the vibe, or she just wants to be friendly, or she has a boyfriend, or she also doesn't know how to be seductive, and she just needs time to warm up herself. And like some girls put out that crazy feminine energy of like you say hi and they're like hi, like and it's like it's on in 0.1 second, and some girls just don't, and it might not be your fault. So we're gonna learn the skill, and then it will still happen plenty of times that it's just really friendly. And then it's also good to be calibrated in that moment and not be like, let's have coffee, when you just don't feel it on at all. And then you just do the social close, right? And you just like, again, like, hey, wow, you were super helpful. Happy I said hi to you, you're super friendly. Let's just stay in touch on Instagram, right? Like you don't need to ask her out on a date. And then it could still happen that she's a girl who warms up over time. Maybe you chat a little bit on Instagram, or maybe she follows you a bit, or she comments here and there, or you comment on something. And then maybe after 2 or 3 months, you go on a date with her, right? Could be.
Excuse me. Sorry. Kind of a weird spot to meet somebody, but I just saw you and I thought you looked beautiful.
What?
I saw you, and have a good day. Hello. Sorry. I just told my friend to wait just for 1 second because I thought you looked really pretty.
Thank you.
Do you mind if I walk with you for 2 seconds? I feel like you're in a rush.
Actually, I'm in the rush.
Yeah? Well, what's your day like? Why are you in such a rush?
I have a lesson right now in 8 minutes.
8 minutes? Okay, I won't bother you then. I hope you have a good day. I feel like I should have said like we should walk faster.
Yeah, what did she say?
She said she had a lesson in 8 minutes and she's late.
Okay,
so I should have been like, okay, we should walk faster.
Yeah, and you say perfect. That's enough to.
What are we studying?
To get to know. Yeah, I mean, that's when you just walk for 4 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, she wasn't against it.
Yeah.
Or at least suggested and see the reaction. But
I kind of pulled myself up.
For sure, yeah. You rejected yourself.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Cool.
I think I was calm and collected, which I was working on today, is letting them speak rather than sometimes I keep speaking to avoid that awkward tension or whatever.
Yeah.
Feeling like maybe they'll be bored or I need to speak. So I feel like I was kind of confident and composed. Mm-hmm. Sometimes maybe I was a little dry in the conversation. I was trying to get into the deeper stuff about why she wouldn't live in Bulgaria, for example. I think that was good, getting slightly personal.
She was Bulgarian, right?
Yeah.
And she said people are poor here, or what is it? Everything's poor?
People are,
Okay.
People are poor, some other reasons. I think that maybe I abruptly asked her out. Maybe it could have been smoother, like, do you want to grab coffee sometime?
Yeah.
I tried to seed a bit the date, say, I know the cool place downtown, and what's your schedule like, to screen a little bit for logistics.
Yeah.
Sounds like she's free Sunday.
She was very open about that. Like, that is a big indicator of interest, that she's like, this is when I'm free, right? Straightforward. Good. Okay, anything else?
No.
Composed, yes. Could even be more. Like, you were chill, you did let her talk. Could even be more.
Okay.
Like, you're still not comfortable in long silence. Like, you still... I know how it is. Like, you feel like you left pauses.
Yeah.
But it's, to my ear, it's still not. Because I'm totally okay standing there for like 20 seconds and just talking. And it's like, this is fine, right?
Yeah.
So you want to stretch that longer and longer and longer. Because she will say something, and it's how should I describe it? It's like, it shows you're confident when you're okay in silence. Because the opposite is also true of, like, you're definitely not confident if you're not okay in silence. So there might be more coming from her side. You think it was pausing, but you did almost interrupt her. Or if you would have waited sometimes 1 or 2 seconds, she would have said more. And then maybe the really interesting thing. I mean, she was quite open, like saying like everything is cool here, and you know that you can go into that. That's quite a telling thing about her personality, right? Like maybe you can tease her. You can be like, oh, so you're a luxury girl, or you know, oh, you want to move to Dubai then, you know, or or like, oh, so you're not into nature, or maybe tease her, like make a wrong assumption that she can correct if you want. If she's like presenting herself as like this confident, straightforward woman, then you can also be the confident, straightforward guy. You can communicate on that same energy. Then was there any feeling that you wanted to leave? Because you did end it quite early, I would say.
No, I think the convo just dried up a bit, and maybe I could have switched subjects or gone deeper on the current topic.
Yeah, I disagree, because you didn't go into any topic. Like, you're like,
Even then.
studying, yes. What do you study? Media something? Why? What are you hoping to do with that later? Why did you decide to study here if you don't like it here? You know, are you passionate about that? Are you a good student? How do you prepare for tests? Bob, like, I can come up with 10 more.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry. I just wanted to stop you. I thought you looked very pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah. What's your name?
Maria.
Maria. Mm-hmm. Nice to meet you. I'm Dylan. What have you been getting up to today? What have you been doing today?
Go to university.
University? And you're studying? You're studying?
Yes.
Yeah, what are you studying?
Software engineering.
Oh, no, I'm an engineer too.
Oh.
Yeah, with robotics. Mm-hmm. So, no, that's cool. Maybe we could connect. I don't want to keep you. I feel like you have to go.
I'm sorry, I don't want.
Okay, no problem. Have a good one.
Have a nice one.
Yeah, have a good one.
Fine. I mean, good vibes. You know, it's like, it couldn't. I always rate the conversation based on how much potential did it have and how close to that potential did you get.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can come. You want to be in the video? It's fine. No worries. And there wasn't that much potential, right? Like, even if you're the smoothest fucker on the planet, it was just like, pretty clear, like, thanks, but no. Yep. So that's fine. Cool. Okay, let's try.
Sorry, excuse me. I want to stop you real quick. I thought you looked really gorgeous. I hope that's not too forward, but I just, I saw you, and I'd be kicking myself if I didn't say hi. I'm Dylan. Gabriel, nice to meet you. Are you a student here?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you studying? Here, we can walk a bit. I don't want to hold you up. in Bulgarian. Communication? No? You don't know? Fair enough. You seem like you're in a hurry, but oh, so sorry. I was wondering, do you mind if I grab your Instagram and we can maybe grab a coffee later? Maybe there's some potential. No? Maybe there's a hint. How old are you? How old do I look? I'm 28. Oh, I'm a grandpa. I'm a grandpa. Yeah. Oh, wow. Can you take me back to the seniors home?
What?
The senior citizen?
I don't know where.
Yeah. I'm joking.
She's like, this guy's listening. This guy's here. He's not looking at his phone, which is super rare these days. I mean, more and more. Like, the amount of girls I talk to, and they like drift off, and men as well. Like, you know, and just like mid-conversation look at their phone, or it's just like, if you find one that is really there, it's like, ooh, it feels much different. Like, I'm sure you guys have been on dates maybe where it's just, it feels so different because you're there with the person, and it's chemistry, but it's also a skill to just, it's a form of discipline almost, to just have the urge to look at your phone, or even put it away, not put it on the table, you know, make it harder to access, to give the gift of presence. Like, it's good she shares, but then, for example, maybe there was an interesting topic and she stopped it and started a new topic. You can say like, no, hold on. Before you talk about that, I want to know like what was going on there. You know, like I want to know about that. So keep talking about that. It's interesting. Like, you have to stop her, because obviously girls suck at conversation as much as men because they don't train. They just get away with it because they're hot. So you with the knowledge you gain here and have, you can control that flow. Okay. And you're doing both of you a favor, because then she, again, gets to share something that is interesting and passionate about, and then you connect with it, and it's actually good for both. Why do you like love? Just, you know, like, she's like,
You know, when girls say that usually she not reading romance, and she like, yeah, this is about like too sweet, but her favorite book about love that you can like get like more and more, like why? Like if she usually write detectives or psychology stuff, but her favorite about love, it's interesting. Like,
yeah, and maybe an opportunity to prove yourself as a lover. I don't know. Okay, it's storytelling, and obviously storytelling is very important. And again, it's not really being present because you're taking it away. Like you're relating on the topic, but not on the emotion. And that's way more important. So when she says what she said, toxic, I get angry, I get grumpy, stay with that emotion of like, oh, I'll be careful then, you know, or I'll make sure you get enough sleep when we hang out, you know, like you can turn it into humor. Like I'll make sure when we meet, I will ask first how much sleep you got. Maybe I might cancel on you, sorry. You know, it's like, ah ha ha. So yeah, it's complex. I know I'm giving a lot of feedback and it's maybe even conflicting on some points, but there's a hierarchy and the emotion is on top. And if the comment is short, but it's the vibe, then it's way more valuable than going into the right topic. Like that's man talk, right? Like men talk very different to each other than women talk to each other. We talk about facts and emotions and moving things forward and relating things and connecting things and like, oh, so you're writing crypto articles, like I know that guy, and like, Ripple, is that one with the court case, and like, oh, the lawyer, and how did that turn out? Yeah, exactly, right, we connecting, we know technical stuff, and the price just dropped by 12% yesterday. Do you think it's going to recover, or we're more in a bear market?
Fake news.
Yeah, fake news, FUD, like, are you preparing for the bear market? Yeah, how are you allocating your resources currently? And I got some USDT, you think Binance is going to crash soon? It's like, we're connecting, we get it, and she's like, boring, like, you know, so it's hard to shift.
I had so much trouble just doing crypto all day, technical stuff with guys, and then going to like talking about dumb shit with girls, like joking around.
Yeah, it's definitely a big skill set, like being able to go technical, fun, hey, vibes, emotions, and yeah, and the problem is, again, the girl might like you, and she puts up with it. Because she's like, okay, I like this guy, whatever, you know. And it's like a pitfall. Like you think, this is great, this date is going great. Like I'm talking about my passion and she's listening and she's laughing and giggling, yeah. But really, it could be much better. She basically already decided to fuck you for whatever reason, you know. And then she just puts up with it, but she's not actually interested.
Okay, how old are you?
19.
Oh, that's not bad. Is it?
10 years.
10 years? It's a decade.
Okay, 9.
It really depends though. How mature are you? Are you very mature for your age, or are you party-ish, going around?
I don't know.
You don't know? Fair enough. True. But no, I won't hold you up. Anyways, if you'd like to exchange socials, we can, but maybe?
No.
It's fine, I'm not going to hold your leg, but yeah, anyways, I hope you have a great night, and we'll see you later. Basically, what she said was, she like had a bad reaction, and I made a joke. I was like, oh, I'm a grandpa, you take me back to the seniors home. Like, is that good, or should I try to, like, should I call it out, or
no, because you're basically confirming that you're too old. I mean, it's fun, better than making a big deal out of it. Like, it's fun way of, okay? Depends on the girl, you know. At least you're having fun with it, and you don't give a fuck, so it's good on that sense. But what I'm saying, in the end, you should have been like, hey, look, you're a cool girl, I'm a cool guy. Let's just be friends on Instagram. I'll send you one message. If you still think I'm too old, fine, right? It's like, it's not begging for it, but a little bit like, come on, like, you can at least say hi, basically, in a nice way. We can stay in touch. Like, make up your mind later, you know? Like, or just add me. Maybe you change your mind about me. If not, no bad feelings.
You block me, blah, blah,
like you basically, what's the offer that you will say yes to? You know, you're a salesman. You're selling yourself. If the client says, no, I'm not going to buy the expensive car, you say, hey, we got the other one. So
there's levels of commitment that you're trying to...
Of course.
Is it okay that I went big to start off, or should I...
It's a little uncalibrated, because if you offer something that is just way out of her price range, so to say, then it's a bit weird, you know? It's like, why does he want to have coffee with me when he didn't even find out anything about me yet?
And I'm trying to find out more about her and get on a deeper level. Like, were the questions I asked fine? Like, what are you studying? Blah 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 blah. Or,
yeah.
And was it okay that I went from there to here, stopped her again? Like, we could have walked a bit.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine.
Like, as long as she doesn't need to walk, don't walk.
Okay.
So always be as stable as possible. Only if she's like, hey, I really need, then you're like, okay, I'll walk with you, like that other one. Like, she made it very clear.
Yeah.
That one, maybe I didn't hear exactly all, but you don't have to. Like, as long as it's stable, it's good.
Okay.
The more stable, the better. Okay, that's the one thing. The second thing is you're interrupting.
Am I?
You're jumping in.
Yeah.
You're releasing pressure with a lot. Like, you need to be way more grounded. Look a bit, let her talk, not suggest things, because you're studying this, like, how old are you? You know, like.
That's what my energy is.
Yeah. Like, you need to. That's one version of you, but BMW, of course. One version of you is that, but you need to adapt, or you need to acquire, or you version of yourself as well. Like, it's good to have that side of you. You shouldn't delete it. You know, it's not a bad thing. It's fun. You're engaging. People love it. But you also need to be able to shift and be also that other guy in certain situations. Otherwise, it's just too friendly, which you know already, too one-dimensional, not enough I want you vibe, right? Sick. I got a hot girlfriend. She gets approached by dudes. I did a good job making her my girlfriend. And then hopefully you're vibrating on that frequency. And then there's no like aggro or, you know, establishing who's the alpha. It's just like, obviously they're together and there's no chance you're gonna get her then. And then she would have said yes to that.
Wait, there's no
Zombar.
I don't think there's photos of his place. There we go. Wow.
I'm reading you like a book.
Hello. Hi.
They're just like, but they're so sweet. They're sweethearts.
It makes them talk more and more and more, and that they're investing.
And a model.
Okay, so I was right.
Yes.
Almost nice.
But I've never been on a runaway show.
So you're a lawyer who in her free time takes photos on the street. That's good.
Friendly, seductive, cool anyway. I mean, the fact that you do the approach shows balls, and that you're a sexy guy and you have girls around you and you're just like having a coffee and talking to girls. So I got a little bit into like what the fashion industry even means.
Nice.
The purpose of the instant date is not to like create seduction with words, just to create comfort, which you totally did.
I could do this with my eyes closed. Turn up the lights.